Hey, my name is Chef Joey, and today we're at the Local Spicery right here in Marysville, California, and I partner with Blue Zone Projects of Yuba-Sutter, cooking this amazing dish out of their cookbook, and it's Buffalo Cauliflower Tacos. So let's get started. So we're gonna start with the cauliflower, and what's important is we're not using chicken, we're not using beef, we're using cauliflower. It's a vegetable, and it's gonna make some delicious tacos. And with cauliflower, it's always important to rinse it. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the back side of this cauliflower, and we're gonna chop off this part right here as close as we can get it to make a straight edge. And we're gonna turn it on its side. And as you can see, I wanna cut as close as the core as possible. So we're not gonna use this. You could use this in your compost. You could actually save all this if you like. And we're gonna break these stems back. You could also use your knife and cut it. And we're cutting off where it grows in the garden. And then we're gonna twist the core. And if you're not strong enough, you wanna get as deep as possible in here to cut it back. So this side's now done. We're gonna lay it flat and we're gonna cut it right down the middle in half, okay? And then we're gonna cut it in half again. And now we have, it looks like, as you can see, we have 4 parts. So with cauliflower, it's very messy. It's gonna get all over your board. So we're gonna start with setting these to the side, and we're gonna start with 1. So as you can see, I turned it at an angle. So we had it all one piece. I'm gonna turn it at an angle, and I'm gonna use my knife, and I'm gonna use it as an angle. And you're just gonna chop it down. One side of it's decored. So we're gonna break it apart into little small bite sizes like chicken nuggets. It's definitely not chicken nuggets, but it's definitely healthy plant-based eating. Okay, and we're gonna rinse and repeat with the next 3. So we're gonna turn it at an angle, and we're gonna slice it down, and we're gonna decor it, and then we're gonna break it apart, and we want to make them nice small pieces. There's that one little pile. We're gonna rinse and repeat for this one. I think this is gonna be a delicious recipe. I've actually made it myself, and it's a great recipe for cauliflower, Buffalo Cauliflower Tacos. It's hands down amazing, and it's healthy eating. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Healthy eating, healthy lifestyle. So it looks like we got it all decored, and as you can see, like I said, it's messy. I mean, look at my hands, they're all messy, but we have it all nice and rinsed off. Now I'm gonna wash my hands, and we're going to the next step. So now this is the next step. We gotta heat up this olive oil, and I'm using olive oil because it's a staple for Blue Zone Project. You could also use avocado oil, you could use vegetable oil, and I'm using a frying pan. The reason why I'm using a frying pan is so you could see it's simple. In a frying pan, and I'm gonna put this oil in here, but you could use a deep fryer, you could use a Fry Daddy, or you could air fry it. So let's get started. So I'm gonna put the olive oil in. I want it at 350. So we're gonna add it in right now. So now since the oil is starting up, it's starting to cook, it should be popping here pretty soon. And woo, it's popping. Oh dang, it's popping. Okay, we're gonna start, well, by making the batter. So we got the cauliflower, we got our Local Spicery right here in Marysville, California, black pepper, some white pepper corns, and this one. And I put some pink sea salt, and I put in regular sea salt, and the other one. And then I'm also using some chili pepper, and it gives it that kick. We're gonna actually put that all in the ingredients. And then what you also need, and this is all from New Earth Market, is you're gonna need some panko breadcrumbs and some club soda. And so what we're gonna first do is we're gonna add in our club soda, and then we're gonna add in our panko breadcrumbs and our Templar. So let's start by adding the club soda. So we're gonna add in some club soda. You don't wanna add in too much. And we're gonna eyeball this. We're gonna add in the breadcrumb, and we're gonna stir this up here. And we wanna make it, as you can see here, still a little watery. We wanna add in this sunflower batter. And this is all plant-based food right here from the New Earth Market right here in Yuba City, California. So we're gonna mix this up. And as you can see, when you're stirring this, you want it to be almost a thick texture, but not too thick. You don't want it like pudding, okay? So as you can see, it's, you know, it's starting to, you know, connect. You know, it's kind of moving. It's almost like Play-Doh. So we're gonna add a little more breadcrumb here, okay? And a little more club soda, because we kind of want it to stick to the cauliflower. And one important fact is you kind of want your cauliflower to kind of dry out. So I put it in a bowl and kind of let it dry out a little bit, because you don't want it soaking wet. It won't stick. And so we are mixing it, and we kind of wanted a little bit of runny where you can see the liquid. Make sure you whisk it really good. Okay. Watch your oil over here. Make sure it's not popping. And we're gonna add in just bits and pieces. And we're gonna actually use our hands and mix it up. But I'm actually gonna use a spoon. Make it a little easier. And you're just gonna batter it all up. And you want it to cover all the cauliflower. As you can see here, you want to cover it all and make sure it's all coated. And you're folding it in, because this is going to crisp up when you put it in the oil. And you want to start with a small batch. You don't want to fill this whole bowl up. The reason why is because if you fill this whole bowl up with all this stuff and you get it all over, it's going to be harder to cook it. So you want to start with small batches when you make this buffalo cauliflower recipe. I got it nice and covered. I'm going to take each one out, and I'm actually going to use my hand, and I got it coated. I want to make sure it's nice and coated, and I'm going to set each one in there in the bowl. I've got all these in here. The oil's still not popping yet, but you can tell it's smoking over here, so it should be ready. I'm going to rinse my hands off. It's always good to see. Clean. Okay, so this is an important part. We're gonna set this in here and it's gonna pop. Ooh, okay, so yeah, see? You're gonna back it up, you're gonna drop it in there. You're gonna be careful, you're gonna drop it in there, drop it in there, drop it in there. And you're just gonna kind of back it up. It's gonna be smoking. And this is an inductional stovetop. You could use this on a gas stovetop. The reason why I'm showing you at this angle is I want you to see how it's cooking. And this thing is, it works great. An inductional burner is good to use. I'm gonna rinse this out because I don't want the batter. So the cool thing about this spot right here is you could just smell all the seasoning right here in Marysville, California. Got this local spicery. Woo, it's popping. Okay, so this one right here, it goes nice and crispy. And you know, they're a little crispy, a little dark. Don't worry about it, because we gotta kind of clean up this little spot because we gotta make buffalo sauce. Now they're gonna chill down, which is fine, because you're gonna make a hot buffalo sauce here. Ooh, that sounds good. So on the side here, I also gonna toss that, and it's actually air fried, and it's actually the cauliflower air fried. So let's get to making that buffalo sauce. I gotta clean up a little bit first. So now we gotta start the buffalo sauce. So I'm gonna get this thing turned on. I'm gonna get it to 350, and I got my ingredients on the right. I got my hot sauce. I got my Dijon mustard. Or is it Dijon mustard? Okay. I got my vegan butter from New Earth, and Blue Zone's big on partnering with good, healthy eating. So I'm letting this heat up. You want to always start with your butter. Since I let this pan heat up, we're gonna use a cube of butter. I'm gonna pour my sauce in there, and then we're gonna use Dijon mustard, and we're gonna squirt it in there. And we don't want this to be too hot, because we don't want to burn it to the bottom of the pan. We want to let this kind of cook up. We don't want it to turn to a boil. So I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to stir it and make sure this doesn't burn. Then once the butter's melted in here and it starts to kind of, get the hot heat right here, then we're going to put it in this bowl and we're going to toss it in all the seasonings. So this is heating up. As you can see, it's steaming. I've watched the temperature. Just like when you cook at home, your gas or electric temperature, and you want it to steam and you want to kind of watch it and mix it up. The butter finally melted. It's bubbling. So I'm going to turn this thing off because it's starting to boil, and I'm going to add my seasonings in here. So I'm gonna add my black peppercorn and white peppercorn mixed together from your local spicery. I use the 2 other spices here, that white and black peppercorn, because it's a good mixture. And a lot of people they just use black peppercorn. And it's always to have the ball versions because you get that fresh ground, just like how they make it, that fresh ground. This one has that sea salt and that pink salt. I'm gonna put it in here. And remember, you could always add salt and pepper to taste. And then I'm gonna add chili pepper, like I said, and I'm gonna sprinkle this in here. And this is gonna give it that kick. You could smell it. I'm gonna put some in the bottom. I'm gonna drop my cauliflower, and you can just smell the seasonings, the fresh seasonings in this place. I'm gonna pour all this sauce in here. Now, I could chef it up right here, but a lot of people, let's just do it. Let's do it regular. Let's just toss it in this bowl. Or you can kind of get a little dirty here, and you could toss it. And then I'm gonna take this spoon out, and I'm gonna set them right back in here. And as you can see, ooh, it's spicy. I mean, my eyes are gonna water, but you know what? It's gonna taste good. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get this table set and we're gonna build some tacos. So now this is the fun part. We're building the buffalo tacos. We got all the ingredients. We got the guacamole. We got the buffalo cauliflower. We got the onions. We got the black beans. We also have our gouda sauce, which, it's a recipe in itself, just like that guacamole. They're in the book. We definitely need to make them. And then we have our limes, our cilantro. And then we also have our warmed up tortillas that I warmed up right here on the side. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our nice warm tortilla and we're gonna start with the buffalo cauliflower. And so we're gonna put them in here and we'll add 1, 2, 3, about 3 in here. So I work for the school district. I feed kids. You're right here in Yuba City, California, where I heard about Blue Zone and Local Spicery. I thought, man, wow, I was like, woo, I'm making buffalo cauliflower tacos. That's the first thing out of this book from Blue Zone I'm making. So I have the cauliflower in here now, and I'm now gonna add in my onions. Okay, I'm gonna add my pinto beans. Okay, and you don't have to put these all in the same order. It's like building a taco. Lose some beans in here. Okay, and then it looks like I already got the guacamole on the plate. So we added the beans now. We have the onions on there, and now I'm gonna add my lime. Let's squeeze my lime juice on there. Okay, I'm gonna add my cilantro. And this is my first taco I'm building. So we're gonna add the sauce. So this sauce right here, you just drizzle it on there. You gotta add some more. And then I'm gonna do the other one on the right here. Tops it off. So now since the taco is ready, I have my friend Holly here. And I want her to come and taste it and tell me exactly how it tastes. And I'm gonna make another one after that. So, come on in, Holly.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It smells so good.
Yeah, let's see. I got this. Let's see what you think.
Okay.
Right.
Where you put the lime on there?
Yeah, lime on there.
I'm wearing white, so I'm gonna try not to spill, but it just looks so juicy and delicious.
But it's tasty. Look at that. Fresh. Is it spicy?
It's got a kick.
Yeah, that's good.
Really good kick, and you could taste the horseradish and the green goddess sauce.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's
and the guacamole.
and it's healthy too.
Yeah, it's healthy.
That's the best part.
And there's no chicken in there. It's cauliflower.
I wouldn't know there's no chicken in here.
Yeah.
It tastes like a chicken taco.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
This is a recipe in itself. It's the next page over in the book, and these are definitely good tacos. It looks great. Enjoy.